Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those, looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those. Looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those, looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those. Looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those. Looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those, looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those, looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those, looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those, looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those, looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those, looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne is already looking ahead. There are trophies to be won. There is Kevin De Bruyne, of course, warming up and...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Fulfillment of duty plays fulfillment of dream. Obligation plays fantasy. Logic deems Manchester City natural champions in waiting. Mischievous sporting fate is daring to give Leicester a chance.
Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. You are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those, looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester...
For this afternoon's Premier League game with Manchester City.
Kasper Schmeichel knows what he's up against, and that's only one of many talented Manchester City players who can strike a ball like that. Daniel Marti clears out the defence. Leicester, it's back with Ederson. Here's Ruben Diaz. To his right to Cancelo, just beyond the halfway line. Drags it back onto his left foot. Now just over halfway on the right side is Fernandinho. Links up with Mahrez, of course. I spoke about iheanacho being up against his former employers. Of course, the same case for Riyad Mahrez. He needs no introduction to Leicester City fans. They all remember him very well. Of course, fairy tale season, he was the man along with Jamie Vardy, provided so many golden moments. Long ball from Laporte to Sterling, plays it across the 6-yard box, clear away from Vestergaard. Already a minute into this game, and Manchester City play a direct ball from the back. Raheem Sterling getting in behind Mark Albrighton, who's not a natural defender, and I'll speak about Wilfred Ndidi struggling at Anfield on Wednesday, and he's not a natural defender. It's really the same case for Mark Albrighton, one of those players who just gets on with it and does the job for the team. Corner kick whipped in from left from Kevin De Bruyne, flicked away from Jose Perez, who's up against Fernandinho just behind him. So Jose Perez did well there, defensive aerial duel, but has conceded a throw-in for Manchester City to take on the right hand side, and Mahrez leaves it for João Cancelo. Cancelo collects the throw-in, and now here's Bernardo Silva trying to weave his way in between Djibril and Luke Thomas. Good tackle, one there from Adamo Lookman. It's been cleared from Djibril on his far as Ruben Diaz. Here's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva under pressure from Lookman. Djibril also goes back to Mahrez. Mahrez with a low cross, easily cleared from Yannick Vestergaard. And it's back in the Manchester City half with Aymeric Laporte. And already Leicester sitting deeper. They're starting to press up now. James Maddison pressing in between iheanacho and Jose Perez. It's a good shape this from Leicester actually at the moment. But long ball from Laporte out to Sterling. Sterling drags his way past Albrighton. Still Raheem Sterling trying to get round a Martin there on the cover. Is Albrighton to clear. And he finds iheanacho, but dispossessed due to the pressure of Ruben Diaz. Now is De Bruyne. Mahrez on the edge of the 18-yard box. Mahrez still on his left foot now, takes on his right, has De Bruyne available on the edge of 6-yard box, plays it across, cleared from Daniel Marti. Brilliant play there from Manchester City, but Marty was there, right place, the right time. Clearance from Leicester, and as far as Fernandinho. Here's João Cancelo, really tricky feet. On his outside is Mahrez, back inside to Cancelo. De Bruyne, first time pass towards Bernardo Silva. Still Bernardo Silva trying to keep his balance. He does terrifically well. Bernardo Silva cuts back for De Bruyne. His shot blocked from Luke Thomas. Leicester certainly aggrieved about something. Not exactly sure what. They may think De Bruyne controlled his hand in the build-up touch shot. Nothing given. Cancelo gives it away. And Leicester clear it through Luke Thomas. It's unsurprising looking at the two lineups. It's all Manchester City so far. Really good play there from Man City, but some heroic blocks from Leicester in that period of Man City pressure, but it hasn't ended yet. As Zinchenko gives it to Sterling, gets beyond Albrighton, inside the penalty area, in towards Bernardo Silva, can't get the touch on the low cross, and Mahrez going to get to the ball as well, cleared in time from Vestergaard. Clears it only as far as Aymeric Laporte. Great start this from Man City, pinning Leicester back. Laporte plays it on the outside of Perez to Zinchenko, looks inside, wants to go backwards. Leicester back in their defensive shape. Ruben Dias through the middle to Bernardo Silva. Plays it back first line to Fernandinho. Lifts it towards De Bruyne. What a touch with his right foot. Takes on his left. Pulls it into the bottom corner. We're 4 minutes in. And Man City's early pressure has paid off. What a touch from Kevin De Bruyne. Fernandinho lifts the ball forward. De Bruyne trapped it with his right foot inside the penalty area. Shifts it onto his left. The Leicester City defence backed off, and Kevin De Bruyne said, "Thank you very much. I'll curl that into the bottom corner to put Manchester City a goal up." Brilliant play there through the middle. It's Ruben Dias's ball to Bernardo Silva. Laid it back first time to Fernandinho. He lifted it up at the first time of asking to De Bruyne. It was just that touch to take it out the sky under his spell. Wonderful for Kevin De Bruyne. Kept himself balanced, just swiveled onto his left foot. The power was too much. Schmeichel maybe could think he could have done a bit better with his position, but then again, I'm not sure he thought Kevin De Bruyne was going to take that strike on maybe that early. It was such a quick change of direction. Schmeichel just couldn't get himself adjusted in time. Brilliant shot though for Kevin De Bruyne. And we're 5 minutes in at the Etihad Stadium. It's already Man City 1, Leicester 0. Kevin De Bruyne at it again. A low ball played forward from Albrighton, looking for iheanacho, and it's back with Ederson. And Brendan Rodgers with his arms folded. Tuna's gone, wondering how his Leicester side are going to get back into this. It's the disastrous start, really. Under pressure, and they've buckled inside 5 minutes. And they'll be under huge scrutiny, Brendan Rodgers, for the team selection. That's for sure. But again, I can understand he needs to make changes at Christmas, the Christmas period as well. 93% of the ball Man City have had in these first 6 minutes at the Etihad Stadium. That tells a story in itself. Ederson plays it short to Ruben Dias. That's Fernandinho inside, but that avenue is blocked off from iheanacho, so Dias just links up with De Bruyne, does that once again. His Lookman was just lurking in behind De Bruyne. Dias just strokes it across to Aymeric Laporte. Great ball over halfway out to Raheem Sterling. He's had a brilliant start to this game. Again, he's getting the better of Mark Albrighton on many occasions. Sterling tried to get beyond Tielemans, blocked the run of Sterling off. Not a foul though. And Leicester have it back with James Maddison, who's brought down from Fernandinho. That will be a Leicester free kick. Leicester would love some of the magic they produced there at the Etihad last season, a romping 5-2 victory. Can that happen again? You probably say no. That would be some feat if they were to produce a scoreline like that again. I think a point would be an invaluable result for Leicester this afternoon. Drewsbury whipped it forward inside of his left foot over halfway. It's out of play for a Man City throw. And Drewsbury was struggling for options. Leicester are sitting very deep, and Jack Grealish and Phil Foden in good spirits on the bench. I think they know why they're on the bench very clearly. That was a night out against the club's wishes they had recently, and Pep Guardiola, as a punishment, is sticking the two players on the bench. I'm sure in no time they will learn from it, and they'll be right back in this side. The two fantastic English players that Man City have there. Here's Zinchenko into Sterling. Sterling looks back to Zinchenko. Here's Fernandinho now in the centre of Leicester's half. Long ball taken on Chester. Thomas gives it away though. Heavy touch on his chest, and Mahrez plays it back to Cancelo down the right-hand channel. Now inside to Fernandinho. turns away from James Maddison, plays it into the centre circle to Laporte. Here's Zinchenko, Sterling support, and Isaac Perez blocks Zinchenko's pass. Comes off the Spaniard, last for a Man City thrown. 8 minutes in here at the Etihad, and Man City are already goal up to the good. 5 minutes, Kevin De Bruyne curled a shot beyond the reach of Kasper Schmeichel after an excellent first touch as well. Classic Kevin De Bruyne goal with his technical ability. Here's João Cancelo, lifts it over the head of Lookman. Well taken down on the chest of De Bruyne. Low cross, cleared away from Vestergaard outside of his right foot. Lookman trying to turn away from De Bruyne. Was clipped on his heels by De Bruyne in the centre of his own half. And that will be a free kick to Leicester. Again, Adamo Lookman can provide that respite for Leicester at times with his pace to try and get away on the counter-attack. And that's certainly, you can see that's the reason why Brendan Rodgers has brought him back into the side. Here's Yuri Tielemans from the short free kick. Given by Daniel Marti. Leicester playing it in their own half. All Brighton back to Marti. Now Dewsbury Hall into the feet of Schmeichel. And Leicester just want to feel for the ball. Schmeichel plays it into the feet of Yuri Tielemans. Now a chance for Leicester to link up on the right hand side. All Brighton into Perez. Perez turns away from Zinchenko. Plays it into the feet of Mark Albrighton. Good chance to get across, and he does. Towards the back post to Lookman. Flicked out to play. In fact, it was Lookman who got the last touch on the header. He beat João Cancelo in the air. Didn't get the power he wanted though, and that went well wide the target for Man City goal kick. They went up in the air with each other right at the same time, so it's hard to see, watch it the naked eye, who got the last touch, but it was Adamo Lookman. Goal kick for Man City, taken short from Ederson into Ruben Diaz. Now is Laporte, back to Diaz, comes out the penalty area. Cancelo wants it, but Diaz turns onto his right foot. Under pressure from iheanacho. Diaz stays calm as ever, just plays it across to Laporte, back to Diaz, just moving iheanacho and Maddison about, with the two Leicester forwards implementing the press. Cancelo now moves it forward into Bernardo Silva. Man City linking up on the right hand side here. Kevin De Bruyne over halfway into Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez plays it in behind De Bruyne to find Bernardo Silva. Back to De Bruyne. This could be a wonderful goal. And it was a tackle just in the nick of time for Kieran Dewsbury Hall. He thought for a sec De Bruyne was in, he was going to shoot across goal. But Dewsbury Hall was there at the rescue. So putting a crucial sliding challenge. Just sublime link up there. Between João Cancelo, Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. Riyad Mahrez involved as well. Man City creating overloads on that right hand side. And on that side they'll take a corner. 10 minutes in here at the Etihad. Man City 1, Leicester 0. Kevin De Bruyne goal inside 5 minutes. Wonderful touch when Fernandinho ball lifted up, taken with his right foot, shifted it onto the opposite foot and curled it beyond the reach of Kasper Schmeichel. Corner kick on the right hand side for Man City to be taken the second. Ruben Diaz and Kelechi Iheanacho tussling with each other. Now corner kick taken from Mahrez towards the back post, headed away from Thomas. Man City appealing for penalty. Maybe they found the port, nothing given. Man City still have it. Fernandinho tries to link up with Cancelo. Jose Perez is one who worked hard for the side. I wonder if this might go to VAR. Let's have a look at it again. So it's a corner whipped in. Iheanacho did have it. In fact, it was a foul on the port. So it was Yuri Tielemans. Yuri Tielemans wasn't really looking at the ball. He was looking at Laporte all the time, bundled him down to the ground. And that's what Man City were appealing about. They're convinced straight away. All the players reacted. They thought it was a penalty. Fernandinho and Kevin De Bruyne in conversation with the referee Chris Kavanagh. And De Bruyne still pleading the case. It is going to be going to VAR, so we might have a penalty to Man City here. And looking at it, it did look a foul. I have to say, Tielemans had no eye on the ball. There's no way Laporte was going to get to that. Tielemans was not letting him out of his sight. And the referee is going over to the monitor. Has to be said, Man City players, of course they would appeal for penalty anyway. There was just a slight appeal, but they were vigorously appealing. They were certain that that was a penalty, and their teammate was stopped by Yuri Tielemans on getting a run on that corner. And the referee, Chris Kavanagh, has pointed to the spot. It is a penalty for Man City. I don't think there's too much that Youri Tielemans should complain about. Brendan Rodgers, with his back to the pitch, just walks away in disgust. I think he knows that was such a poor decision by Youri Tielemans. Why he did that. Yannick Vestergaard and Youri Tielemans are saying to the referee, why did you give that? To be honest, I completely understand, though, as to why Chris Kavanagh did point to the spot. Youri Tielemans, no eyes on the ball, and was pulling down Aymeric Laporte all the way. And that is the correct decision. And it will be Riyad Mahrez to step up on the spot against Kasper Schmeichel. With 13.5 minutes in the Etihad Stadium. Man City already have the chance to go 2-0 up against a weakened Leicester side. Riyad Mahrez from the spot, hits it into Kasper Schmeichel's top left-hand corner. It's 2-0 Man City, and things just get better and better for them, not just this afternoon, but this season. And they're already in cruise control. They're imitating the start that Leicester had at Anfield on Wednesday night. What a penalty for Riyad Mahrez. Schmeichel guessed the wrong way, but it came to nothing in the end. The height that Mahrez put on that penalty was perfect. No goalkeeper saves that. Mahrez, cool as ever, showing his former employers what he's still all about. I think they knew that anyway, but Riyad Mahrez certainly still loves proving that point. And again, looking at the penalty once again, I don't think there's too much that Leicester, and in particular Youri Tielemans, can complain about. It's 2-0 Man City. Riyad Mahrez from the spot puts Pep Guardiola's side in a real commanding position now to really take control of this match. Straight from the goal, straight from the restart, Leicester put a long ball to the right-hand side, and it evaded Jose Perez. In the end, throwing to Manchester City for Alexander Zinchenko to take deep inside his own half on the left. Volley forward from Gundogan. Bounces to Marty. Now just lets it bounce across his side. Gives it to Vestergaard. Gets away from De Bruyne. Here's Dewsbury Hall. Links up with Tielemans really well. Good play this from Leicester on the right-hand side. Now James Maddison. Gives it to Mark Albrighton. Trying to get beyond Zinchenko. Albrighton appearing that Zinchenko pushed him. Nothing given. And now Man City can get away through Raheem Sterling. Dewsbury Hall's actually had a decent start to the game, despite his side being 2-0 down inside 50 minutes. He's always a stand-up player, always brave on the ball. Dewsbury Hall gives it to Lookman. It's Leicester not going to give up on this one, don't want to crumble. And a ball from Maddison, tries to play in behind Diaz, came off Diaz, and bounced into iheanacho. Iheanacho into Lookman, lays it back to Maddison. Maddison with a low shot wide. It did take a deflection off Fernandinho, much better that from Leicester City. They worked it out to the left-hand side. Ball ended up being cut back for James Maddison. So Iheanacho picked it up, found Adamo Lookman, left centre of the 18-yard box, and a low drilled shot from James Maddison, deflected off Fernandinho for a Leicester corner. This could be a big opportunity. He only got the height of Yannick Vestergaard right in the centre. James Maddison with his left arm up in the air, I should say. Corner kick comes in, simple header away for Ruben Diaz. On his far as Albrighton takes it on the volley and cleared from Fernandinho. Headed back forward from Luke Thomas. Bounces through a sea of grey and black shirts. That's a kit that Leicester have got on with some strips of pink on it as well. And Chris Kavanagh is talking to Fernandinho. Shot from Albrighton. He felt he was caught late there from Mahrez, and Mahrez was a bit out of control trying to block the shot, and it's been pulled back for a free kick. Now again, I was saying there was not much that Youri Tielemans could complain about. The penalty that Man City converted a moment ago. It's the same for Riyad Mahrez. They're giving away a free kick in a dangerous position when you've got James Maddison and Youri Tielemans on the opposition side who can take it. Dewsbury Hall in conversation as well. And he's a confident young man, but James Maddison just has the demeanour of someone who no one's stopping him from taking this free kick. Some early goals in the Premier League as well. Arsenal 1-0 up at Carrow Road. Bukayo Saka inside 6 minutes, and Southampton lead at the London Stadium. Mohamed El-Yunusi scored that goal for Southampton. The other game this afternoon, which was in danger of not going ahead, Tottenham Crystal Palace, is goalless at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Here at the Etihad, it's Man City 2, Leicester 0. Leicester have a free kick though to try and half the deficit. Maddison takes, it comes off the bar. What a save from Ederson. It was a wonderful, wonderful stop And Man City clear it behind for a corner kick, and that almost was the deficit half. James Maddison could have done any more from that free kick, but Ederson got a crucial fingertip onto it to put it on the side of the crossbar. It couldn't have dropped Ademola Lookman and cleared from Riyad Mahrez, who gave away the free kick for a Leicester corner. That's Leicester's first big moment of this encounter. And Ederson, that's what the top goalkeepers do when they haven't had much to do. They stay alert, need to produce in the big moments from quality free kicks like that from James Maddison. And he takes the corner. Ederson pushes it away out to the right-hand side where Tielemans is going to let it run out for a throw into Leicester. Leicester can be encouraged by that. Again, in the build-up to that free kick was really good play. They just need to settle. It is a mountain to climb for them with them being 2-0 down inside the first 40 minutes, but it's not impossible. Leicester still have quality players in their sides. Vestergaard lifts it forward to Albrighton. Out the right side, chance to get across. He does towards the near post. Maddison flicks it into the 6-yard box. There's no takers. Here's Cancelo. Into Mahrez, back to João Cancelo. Clears it away with his right foot. And he's fast. Tielemans is much better from Leicester. Gives it to Jose Perez. Perez goes for the shot straight at Ederson. I think Perez did the best thing there, taking the shot on. Ball that was on just in front of him to try and find Kelechi Nacho. It's just too much of a tight gap, surrounded by Cancelo and Diaz. So he went for a shot himself, Jose Perez. Did get it on target, straight at Ederson in the end. But certainly, the last 3 minutes have been much better than Leicester City. And of course, the big chance coming for them from the free kick. James Maddison it tipped onto the inside of the crossbar from Ederson. Wonderful stop. He's desperate for yet again another clean sheet this season. Here's Laporte just in front of him. Bernardo Silva plays it back to Aymeric Laporte. Just coming up to the 20-minute mark. Man City lead Leicester by 2-0. Kevin De Bruyne inside 5 minutes put Man City in front, and then Yuri Tielemans gave away a penalty for throwing Aymeric Laporte down to the ground. And a corner kick from the right side, and Chris Cavanaugh was left with no choice but to give a penalty to Man City, which Riyad Mahrez duly dispatched. Man City have it in the right centre of João Cancelo, just inside the Leicester half. Mahrez plays it back to Cancelo, now finds Bernardo Silva. Quick play this from Man City, try and exploit the gaps in Leicester. De Bruyne plays it first line to Cancelo, plays the cross, Michael push it out, only as far as Gundogan. It's 3-0 Man City. They are on fire as usual at the moment. But the build-up play was just too much for Leicester City. Schmeichel looks very disappointed himself. He thought he should have caught it, but he could only push it out in the end to Ilkay Gundogan, who had this simple the 6-yard box. And the way it's going, he can take advantage of some of the spaces that they are getting. They look set to retain their Premier League. A real special side that Pep Guardiola's creating. They want to go for the Champions League again this year as well. They're in the last 16. Of course, the mission statement given to Pep Guardiola would have most likely been Premier League and Champions League double at least. Mahrez plays it inside to Fernandinho. Clips it out to the left. Sterling plays it into Gundogan. Gundogan left edge of the penalty area. Cuts it back for Sterling now inside it. Sterling gets beyond Tielemans. He's not getting away another penalty, has he? He has. It's another penalty to Manchester City and another penalty given away by Youri Tielemans. This really is a disaster for Leicester City, but in particularly their main Belgium man in midfield. Youri Tielemans just dangled out his right leg, and he don't leave that option for Raheem Sterling. To be fair, it wasn't a dive. I would say Sterling was caught by Tielemans, but Leicester City was certainly protesting that Sterling did make the most of it. But looking at the replay, Tielemans left his leg out. He caught Raheem Sterling clearly. It did look like it knocked Sterling naturally off balance as well. And Chris Kavanagh had no choice once again but to give a Man City penalty kick. Kasper Schmeichel just can't get a break at the moment. He's got another penalty to try and save. Is it going to be Riyad Mahrez again? Looks like that Chris Kavanagh might be having a word in his ear from VAR, possibly. Here's a signal to Kasper Schmeichel to step back in his goal, so that will not be the case. It is going to be a penalty to Man City. There was the contact made for Youri Tielemans, and Sterling won it. Change of penalty taker then. It's going to be Sterling to take it. Can Man City go 4-0 up inside 25 minutes? They certainly can, and it was the exact replica of Riyad Mahrez's penalty as well earlier on. 4-0 Man City. Such a quality penalty for Raheem Sterling. And Riyad Mahrez, the man who scored the first penalty of the day for Man City, goes with a wry smile. Such class inside of the right foot, right into Schmeichel's top corner. Man City look relaxed, confident, and a team that really believes now that it can beat anybody on this planet, and they certainly want to beat them by big score lines as well. With the quality that they have all round on this side, they know their defence is so good. They know that their attack is devastating. It must be so good to be a Man City player right now. They're 4-0 up inside 25.5 minutes. Sensational from Man City. Mahrez gets away, I thought he was going to go away a free kick in the 10 second Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall keeps his balance and gives it to Thomas. Over halfway to Adamo Lukman. And Leicester must thinking, what now? If they can get a goal back, then it'll give them some sort of hope. And Thomas has his cross block from João Cancelo, but really, with the way that they've let Man City in for fun, even if Leicester get a goal back, you would think that Man City probably have the quality to get a few more. I think Pep Guardiola would just want Man City to keep on the way they are, not sit back and just stay on this 4-0 lead. They'll want to entertain this crowd. Really make this a special Boxing Day scoreline for them. Leicester do have a corner kick though. As that kills João Cancelo last on Luke Thomas's cross. Down the left side byline. Madison to take the corner then. Madison delivers, headed away from Ruben Diaz. Take on the chest of Dewsbury Hall in the left centre. Dewsbury Hall forced to turn back to Thomas. Hits a forward his right foot, intercept from Ilkay Gundogan. Got the third. Long ball through the centre. And in the centre circle, Bernardo Silva poked it forward. And Schmeichel's out of his penalty area to clear away with his right foot. Again, Pep Guardiola just giving signals. It looks like just the near side, just think to João Cancelo just to carry on pushing forward. And he wants Cancelo pressed up as high as possible, and he was heavily involved in that third goal. He put the ball across, which Schmeichel pushed out into the path of Ilkay Gundogan. And Leicester probably wouldn't have thought that Youri Tielemans would give away another penalty shortly after, but he did. That's put Man City 4-0 up. Here's Laporte. Collected from Gundogan, just takes it into his own half, down the centre circle. Short pass across to Ruben Diaz. Finds Mahrez, first time with De Bruyne. Back to Mahrez again. Man City just so confident playing it first time. It's like, as always, when you watch Man City, everyone knows each other's movements. They train so hard. They're just in sync. They really do play like a machine. Man City, they're just so well built. A lot of time and effort has gone into making this side, and Pep Guardiola has the luxury of Jack Grealish and Phil Foden and Gabriel Jesus on the bench as well. You wonder when he wants to make some subs, Pep Guardiola, what impact could them 3 players make off the bench as well? It's a terrifying thought if you're associated with Leicester City. Here's Ruben Diaz in the centre circle. Short forward diagonal pass to his right to Ruben Diaz. Now Maddison intercepts Mahrez's pass. Bernardo Silva collects it, plays it out to De Bruyne. In towards Mahrez, heavy touch with his left foot clear from Marti. And as far as De Bruyne tried to curl it towards the bottom corner, blocked from Daniel Marti again. That will be a corner to Man City on the right hand side. And I mentioned this a few times, that Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne are having a wonderful time linking up on the right side. Bernardo Silva is obviously a player who just flows wherever he wants, but he does seem to be favouring linking up with De Bruyne on that right-hand side today. De Bruyne sort of playing that floating false 9 roles Pep Guardiola loves to implement now. They won't be buying anyone in the January transfer window by the looks of it. Mahrez's corner, head away from Vestergaard, taking on the volley from Cancelo. And it was a poor shot on the volley, but still managed to come out to the right side to Mahrez. Plays it back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne lifting the cross towards the back post over Aymeric Laporte's head and out for goal kick to Leicester City. They're just relieved that the pressure was over there again. Man, Leicester must think their luck's just completely against them when Cancelo sliced the shot with his right foot and it still comfortably breaks out to Riyad Mahrez. But in the end, De Bruyne's cross just a bit too heavy in the end, not like Kevin De Bruyne, but still unsure when he gets more opportunities to do that today. There will be some more dangerous crosses for Leicester to deal with. Here's iheanacho into Albrighton. Leicester over halfway on the right side. Albrighton's cross, looking for Ademola Lookman, the back post, and Cancelo had to get there. Slides in across, and he didn't play out play in the end. Lookman picks it up, gives it to Maddison. Maddison flips it with his right foot to Albrighton, takes on the volley, deflects off. Laporte out for a Leicester corner on the right hand side. And again, Leicester can't be thinking it's damage limitation, even though I think realistically deep down probably know it is. But weirder things have happened. We all remember Newcastle Arsenal. Surely couldn't happen again, could it? Corner kick on the right hand side for Man City for Kieran Dewsbury Hall to deliver. Towards near post, couldn't find iheanacho as De Bruyne headed it away. Comes back to Dewsbury Hall. And this cross is blocked from Mahrez. Flick there from Bernardo Silva, couldn't find Sterling. Now Luke Thomas into Lookman, just edge of penalty area. Now weaves his way into it, gets it inside to Perez, just ran across him and cleared from Laporte. Thomas turns away from Bernardo Silva, but now Silva pinches it back off him. Now Sterling loses possession against Lookman, but loose ball picked up by Fernandinho in the centre of his own half, switches it across to left. Zinchenko gets the call from De Bruyne to leave it. Gundogan just plays that back in front of De Bruyne. Man City still have just under 50 minutes to try to extend their lead, and that would be the ultimate nightmare for Leicester. I think really it's been a horrible half then. They'll just be open. Getting a goal back would be a bonus maybe at this stage. They'll just be open that. Don't concede any more goals. It's Man City 4, Leicester 0. And they're falling off inside 25 minutes. Just gone over the 31.5 minute mark. Now Zinchenko picks out Sterling. Left the penalty area. Tries to put the cross in. Blocked from Tielemans. I think now anytime the ball is in the penalty area, Tielemans comes across as a little bit of sigh relief when he hasn't thrown himself into a challenge. And he's in away both penalties that Man City converted through Mahrez and Sterling this afternoon. Just a corner. Man City this time. Came off Tielemans last. It's going to be João Cancelo to take the corner kick. Referee just checking that everything's fine in terms of Lookman and Gundogan by the corner flag. Didn't know they were having a bit of scuffle together. Corner kick now taken. Low for Cancelo, headed away from Daniel Marti. And Man City under pressure here. It's been cleared back to Ederson. Zinchenko wants the short pass. He gets it. This has Laporte jogging by his side. Now is Aymeric Laporte into Cancelo. report once again.